Alright, today we're having a look at the new PRS and Waves collaboration on their new amp modeling plugins. I'm playing, funnily enough, my PRS SC245, plugging it into the instrument input of my UAD Apollo Twin and going straight into Pro Tools. I've got their Archon model loaded up. We're going to have a look at that one, and then the Dallas and the V9, I think, are the other models. So, the Archon model on their Archon high gain amp, we've actually got two channels here. We have a lead channel, which I'm playing through at the moment, and a clean channel. Across the top you can see we've got a built-in boost, which gives you 6 different types of boost shape, level, and gain. And moving across from there, we've got our lead and clean switch. Clean is blue for purity, and red is up for anger. I think that's how it works, right? And then we've got our master section with our master volume, depth, and presence. We also have a little icon we can click on here so we can adjust the bias, the speed, and the sag. Basically, I would class those as like feel controls, and they're pretty effective. And then we have a bright switch, bass, middle, treble, and volume across the top. Then across the bottom, we've got an input control. We can use this auto input thing to calibrate our input. Basically, you press this. I'll show you how it works. Press it down and it will go through a little cycle while you play. And set all of that up. Then we have a gate, super handy feature, and a cabinet loader. Now this is great because we have 6 built-in impulse responses, which all sound really good, and you can select 2 cabinets and blend them together. At the moment, if we have a look at the blend, I have got the 4x12 green 75 Hertz, blended 50-50 with this 212 V30. You can use the mix to change the amount of blend, for example, if I just want all green back. Or all V30. Or somewhere in the middle. And I think those IRs actually sound really good. One of the pitfalls for a lot of amp modeling plugins, I think anyway, is often that the amp models are fine, but the IRs are not so fine. In this case, these are really great sounding IRs anyway. So coming out of that, we have this super cool air control, which is basically like kind of a room control. I've got it off at the moment. This is what it sounds like cranked. And then we've got a tuner which can function as an always on kind of thing or as a mute. Very, very handy, really nice layout, simple to use. I'll just show you a couple of the tones with the high gain channel on the Archon. Basically, I've got the mids quite low. If we crank the mids right up, you get more of this thing. And we can turn the treble right down to get more of a smooth lead kind of thing. And then I like the boost on. This is what it sounds like with the boost off. And basically I like that because, you know, the classic kind of thing is if you're using a tube screamer or some other type of boost, you're using it to attenuate low end going into the amp so you can crank the bass control a little higher. And the volume here is actually the gain control, so less gain. gain than you would ever use realistically on this, which I think is pretty cool. And we've got depth and presence. I've got them both cranked. The presence off sounds like this. And depth. And it feels really good to play, which I'm super happy with. This is what the clean channel sounds like with the boost off. And I like to dial in a lot more air on the clean channel and kick in a little bit of the boost. I think it adds a bit of character. Finally, let's play around with the sag control. I think this is really handy on the clean channel. I like it a lot. And finally, I said finally before, but let's just have a listen to some of the different impulses on their own. Let's go with, I'll turn that off. So this is the Greenback 75, 112 V30, 212 Black 1, and there's also a bunch of artist presets in here, which I think are pretty cool. I was really interested in the Devin Townsend presets actually. The Dev Crunch is a really cool preset. So there you go, very, very cool with the Archon. Let's dial up a couple of the other amps now. I really like that as a clean sound. That's super vibey, and the boost gets you into that sort of Stevie Ray territory. The last one is the V9. Let's hear that. Alright, so apparently this is based on an unreleased amp that kind of became the John Mayer signature amp. I'm guessing it's sort of more like a Dumble style thing. As you can see, there's a volume, I'm guessing it's kind of like a Dumble style thing. You can see the two volume controls on the gain stage. This is with the gain stage bypass. Very nice and clean. Let's put these gain stages on and get some smooth tones happening. You gotta pull the Mayer faces for this. This sounds really, really good for a plugin. I'm very, very impressed with this one. It's really nice and touch sensitive too, you know, if you clean the guitar up. And there we go, that's the Blue Sierra V9. I think this is my favorite one out of the bunch, even though I really do enjoy the chunkiness of the Archon. This one seems to sort of cover the most ground. I think you get all three of them when you buy the package. I'm just demoing it at the moment. You can demo it for 7 days, so if you're curious about the new PRS Supermodels, download them, check them out. get some really, really cool tones with an amp plugin, and I think they're on sale at the moment for like 49 bucks or something. If you've got GTR, which I do because I bought one of the Waves plugin bundles, and I've got GTR, and it's like the worst amp plugin ever. I think it sucks. But this is really good, and you know, I just downloaded a demo. Waves aren't paying me, or I'm not endorsing them or anything to say this. So, cause yeah, GTR sucks. The best thing about it is the tuner, and these supermodels sound really good. So check them out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and check out some of my other videos on amps and guitars and modeling and cats. See you around.